Alright, now let's tackle the rest of these problems. We are still dealing with these isosceles triangles. So in problem 2, we note that CD and DE are congruent. They have that little mark on them, the tick mark. And it wants us to find angle C and angle E. Well, we know that two congruent sides imply two congruent angles. Two equal sides, two equal angles. And the equal angles are the base angles opposite from the vertex angle. So we can tell that angle C and angle E must be the same. So let's say I call that value x. Now I need to solve for x. Well, if all the angles add up to 180, we have a relatively simple equation. 180 equals 106 plus x, and x is 2x. Subtract 106 on both sides of the equation, and we see that 74 is equal to 2x. Then we have to simply divide by 2 on both sides, and we see that x is equal to 37. And since both angles C and E have the same measure, they must both be 37 degrees. Okay, so where can we go from this part? Well, part 3 says to find YZ and the angle at M. The measure of angle Y. Alright, so we know we have two of the same angles, X and Z. And two equal angles implies two equal sides. The two equal sides are going to be the sides opposite to the angle. So XY is going to be the same as YZ. And if they have the same measure, then it must be 12 centimeters in length. Again, because the two equal angles imply two equal sides. Now, how do we find angle Y? Well, in this case, we just use the same theorem we've been using. All the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. So we would do 180 minus 77 minus 77, and that would give us the remainder of 26 degrees. 26 plus 77 is our 180. Now we have a little bit more tricky problems, a little bit more algebra involved, but it should be fine. Part 4 wants us to find the value of x. We have two equal sides, therefore the two base angles are the same. So this angle and this angle are exactly the same measure. Even though they have different expressions, they still will end up having the same measure. So that means they're going to be equal to each other. So we set up an equation of 5x plus 9 equal to 8x minus 30. So what I can do from here is add 30 on both sides. We have 5x plus 39 equals 8x. Then we want to subtract 5x on both sides. And we get that 39 is equal to 3x. Divide by 3, And we have discovered that x is equal to 13, which is our answer. So again, even though there's a little bit more algebra involved, the logic still remains the same. Moving on to part 5, again, same setup. 2 equal sides implies 2 equal angles. The base angles are the same, so again, I'm going to set 4x plus 7 equal to the other base angle, 9x minus 33. So, I can add 33 on both sides. To get 4x plus 40 equals 9x. Subtract 4x on both sides. And we have that 40 is equal to 5x. Divide by 5 on both sides. And we see that 9 is equal to, oh, sorry, not 9, what am I doing? 8 is equal to x. So, as we can see, it's simple. It's the same rules each time. It's part 6. We have two sides, 15x plus 7, 23x minus 17. And what these angle marks mean, since they have the same angle mark, it means they have the same measure. 2 equal angles implies 2 equal sides. So the sides opposite to the angles are equal. Therefore, we have that 15x plus 7 is equal to 23x minus 17. Go through the same motions. Let's add 17 on both sides. $15x plus 17 and 7, that will give us 24, equals 23x. Then we're going to subtract 15x on both sides. So that 24 is equal to, well, 13 minus 3 is 10, minus 2 is 8, so 8x. Dividing by 8 on both sides leads us to the result that x is equal to 3. A little sloppy there at the bottom of my screen, but hopefully we get the idea. Okay, now last one. 2 equal angles, 2 equal sides. 74 and 74, same number, so equal angles. Opposite sides must be the same. So 9x minus 73 is equal to 3x plus 23. Let's subtract 3x on both sides. We have 6x minus 73 is equal to 23. Add 73 on both sides. We have that 6x is equal to 83, 93, 96. So, therefore, we have that x is equal to 16. So, these isosceles triangle problems, they are not so much trouble if we know what we're looking for. You just gotta know what angles are the same, know it when the sides are the same.